Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Truck Podcast. You guessed it, Jerry Curl bringing you today's episode again. Thank you for not getting tired of me. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for helping growing. I often tell you there's two stages in life, growing and dying, and here we're growing. I see the numbers. I see everything on YouTube. I see the numbers on our platform here. I say thank you for everything you do. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for help growing this family, going that extra mile for us. We have a great team behind the scenes working on this for you. I often tell you, this is not just me doing this on my own. Thank you to the team behind Beyond the Truck. You do an amazing job helping me. There's a bunch of yous, and you know who they are. Thank you. We get done with this podcast recording. I'm going to be jumping on a meeting with our friend Tyler to help continue our Accelerate and all the platforms we got going on behind the scenes. We're trying to figure out how we come to you and meet you where you're at. You go that extra mile for us, we're going to go that extra mile for you. I want you to be able to have everything you need in life to succeed. And that's where Accelerate comes in. Accelerate in life. We want you to be that person you want to be. Be the father, be the husband, be the professional, achieve the goals you want in life. Thank you. For all of you that have joined Accelerate, thank you. And for all of you that thinking about joining, what are you waiting for? It's just not another meeting. It's just not another community. It's just not another app. It's where you go to achieve the greatest things in life. I guarantee you. It's a community that's open to every single one of you professional drivers and leaders in this industry. Every single one of you. It costs about the price of a cup of coffee a day. What are you afraid of? Achieving the things you want? Are you afraid of leaving where you're stuck? And that's what brings us here today. The topic of this show is going that extra mile. I want to go that extra mile for you, but you need to do the extra mile for you too. There's nobody coming to do the work for you, as I often tell you. I want you to picture this. You're driving down the road right now. Maybe many of you are. Thank you. God bless you. Be safe. Pay attention to what's going on. But you know what? What happened right now if you just stopped in the middle of the road? What happens if you stop in the middle of the road, you're driving down the interstate, and you just decide to stop? No exits, no ramps, no shoulder, no nothing. You just decide to stop. That'd be pretty darn dangerous, wouldn't it? Yeah. But often we do this in life. We just stop. We don't think nothing of it. How dangerous is that in life? We just stop moving forward. We stop doing the things that we're supposed to be doing in our health. The road wasn't designed to sit still, was it? Neither was your life. I need you to start going the extra mile for you. Nobody's going to do that extra mile for you. I heard again on a meeting last night, I'm getting started again. I'm not going to stop this time. Why'd you stop last time? I'm sorry. I don't say these things to upset anybody. I bring them and I say them to bring clarity. Clarity to every one of you so you know that you're not alone. You're human. Life was designed for growth, like I said. We're either growing or we're dying. We have to outdo that clock. We have to extend that clock. We can't sit idle in the road. We can't just sit still. We cannot stop moving. I want you to know that we show up for you. We don't drive every mile today, do we? We just drive 1 mile at a time. Your 1,000,000-mile careers are set up at 1 mile at a time. That 1 mile consists of what? 5,280 feet, right? I believe that's roughly about 1,760 yards or 63,360 inches. Slice it however you want, but shrink that down. We only got to do 1 mile. We've got to go that extra mile to create that extra day. We don't live our life all in one day. We got to get through today. I don't want to worry about the next decade. I don't want to worry about what ifs. I don't want to worry about the miles behind us. Can we change the miles behind us? No. Can we change what happened yesterday? Can you change any of them previous miles, good or bad? Can you change any of the days prior to today, good or bad? No. We can only change what's going on right now. We can prepare today for tomorrow. Just make today. We got to go the extra mile today, professionally, personally, spiritually, emotionally, socially, mentally, in all aspects of life. We've got to do that little bit extra. All the decisions you make in a day, it's just 1 mile. Look at all the decisions you made. Every vehicle you passed, every determination you made for speed, following distance, lane change, mirror check, all that stuff you do. I know, I'll promise you one thing. There'll be traffic every day. I'll promise you another thing. There'll be weather every day. I'll promise you another thing. There'll be negativity in your life every day. Some of you want to bring it in. I promise you, somebody will want you stuck where you're at every day, that they're afraid to do the extra mile. So they're going to try to hold you back. I promise you, that is the world we live in. But I also promise you, I will show up every day with you to help you achieve that extra mile. But just as life, just as that truck I asked you to think about, we can't stop in the middle of the road. It's too dangerous. When we stop, it gets real dangerous. Tie it to your standard, tie it to your belief, tie it to your burn, tie it to your emotion, tie it to something. Why do you want to continue to move forward? For what reason? Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your grandchildren. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it is just because you love what you do. That's great. But you have to tie it to something. I want you to stop and think about that right now. Are you sitting in the middle of the road? There's no shoulders, no get off or get on ramps. There's nothing else. How dangerous is that? Or are you moving? Because, the extra mile creates separation. You know when you're doing great things because you will have other people trying to hold you back. You will have other people trying to hold you back, I promise. You know when you're doing great things because they'll be talking about you negatively and positively. They'll try to hold you back. And then you have others that are trying to drive that extra mile with you. And driving that extra mile doesn't mean the next 100 miles, the extra mile. The only mile you got to worry about is the one you're in right now and start preparing for the next mile. Prepare this mile for the next mile. Prepare today for tomorrow. And how you do that is going that extra mile. I don't know where you're at. It's the small disciplined decisions that you need to make. Maybe it's the gratitude. Maybe it's the water over the sugary drink. Maybe it's the protein over the junk. Going that extra mile doesn't mean you're changing your destination. You're just changing the next step to get to that destination. Our destination should be the greatest life possible. You hear that? Your destination should be the greatest life possible. You say yes to everybody and no to yourselves. That extra mile needs to be you too. You need to go that extra mile. Turn off that noise. Silence that negativity. Create that extra mile. Create that separation. That separation is waiting for you. That separation is calling your name. That extra mile has your name written on it. So when you get to that X mile and the road sign says, welcome, they're speaking to you. Welcome you. Welcome to the next best damn mile. And then guess what? The next mile will be your best damn mile. That's separating. That's how you live in separation. Many people talk about it. Many people can't operate that way. But if you're listening to this, I guarantee you are. I guarantee you are. I read your notes. I get your text. I see it in the WhatsApp group. I see it all. I hope you know how much this means to me to be able to speak to you. Because I know one thing. The road is difficult. The road ahead of you will be difficult as well. That's the true test. How do you show up when that where that road is difficult? That'll test you. That'll be a road test, yeah. That'll tell me what's written on your heart. That will tell me what's really written on your heart and in your mind. I want you to know one thing. Going that extra mile isn't wrong. Going the extra mile isn't impossible. When did impossible become your way of thinking? When did the impossible become the possible? Everything's possible. Impossible, spell it out. Break it down. I'm possible. That's how it's spelled. I am possible. You can do anything you set your mind to it. You will go the extra mile when you decide you're worth doing the extra mile. That mile, like I said, was broke down in inches. Break it down, shrink it down, fractions of an inch. You don't even have to do that mile. You don't have to do the yard. You got to do the inch by inch, just like football. Football, they say it's a game of yards. It's a game of inches. So is that mile. So is your life. Your life, they look at decades. That decade's made of years. The years made of months. The months made of weeks. The weeks made of days. The days made of hours, and the hours made of seconds. Shrink it down. I've only got to make a good decision for the next 10 seconds. I don't have to live the next 10 years. I got to live the next 10 seconds. Every small decision you make in the next 10 seconds, you keep stacking them 10 seconds. Next thing you know, you got 86,400 of them, you got a day. And you keep doing that, you got a week. You keep doing that, you got a month. When you keep doing that, you got a year. Keep doing that, you got a decade. That's how you win. That's how you separate. That's how you go the extra mile. Yeah, little at a time. It's called separation, going the extra mile. When the others are willing to stay put, stuck in the middle of the road, in the dangerous spot where nothing happened, where there's no get-on ramps and no get-off ramps, you lay your own asphalt, you get moving forward, you keep going, doing the extra mile. When they feel like they just did enough, they just did enough. That's great enough for them. But not you and me. You keep going, because there's another mile inside of you. I see it, I feel it, I know it. You keep going. I know you're going to be faced with loneliness, isolation, anxiety, grief, whatever it may be. There are emotions that every single one of us have inside of us that experience every single day. Them emotions are our fuel to human existence. It's what we do with them. We go the extra mile to manage them. We build the emotional regulation, the emotional intelligence. And you do the same thing in your physical health. And you do the same thing in your disciplines for work, professionally, personally, spiritually, emotionally, socially, for one another. That's what we need in this industry. Every single one of us to go that extra mile. Quit stopping in the middle of the road. And if there's no get off ramp, create your own damn get off ramp and get off and get back on that road and go that extra mile. It's up to you. How bad do you want it? If I asked you and I said, you get one more day, I'll give you one more day just by drinking water instead of the junk drinks and eating the proper food. I'll give you one more day. And every time you do that, I'll stack a day up for you. And then every time you stack them days up and you get enough, we'll give you a year. Would you do it? And if you don't know, I want you to go home and ask your children and ask your wife, your spouse, your husband. If you could have me for one more day, would you take me? Could you have me for one more year? Would you take me? Would you keep me? And I bet you'd be surprised. And that's how you start winning that extra mile. That extra mile is built by you. That's the most important mile, that extra mile. Average is our enemy here. That extra mile is the one you go after. You're not driving all your miles today right away. You're doing them 1 mile at a time. That extra mile is what's going to get you there and get you back safely. I want you to look at your life the same way. You stayed moving all day in that truck to deliver for that truck. Are you delivering for yourself? Are you making that delivery? I want you to stop and think about that. Reflect on that a little bit. I can't help the years that I've neglected my body and my health, but I know I can know one thing. I can control every single one of them miles ahead of me right now. Don't worry about the miles behind you. They're a great thing to reflect on, to say, what do I need to do better at? But they're not your prisoner. They are not the things that stop you in the middle of the road to create hazards and dangers. They're the things that drive you forward with knowledge, so you know what not to do. So when you get to tomorrow, you're a better version of yourself tomorrow than you were today. It's simple. And I want you to know one thing. That extra mile can be lonely at times. But you know what? The high road is less traveled now, isn't it? The low road is crowded because it's easy. You'll know when you get a little bit lonely, you know you're on the right road. The high road gets lonely. You'll see me on it. I'll see you on it. And you know what else I'll see you? I'll see you in Accelerate. If you want to accelerate and raise the level of your life and go that extra mile, get in the show notes and click in that link tree and join Accelerate. I would love to take you to the best version, next level of you for the price of a cup of coffee a day. Pretty simple. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep going that extra mile. We'll go that extra mile for you too. Love and appreciate you. Be safe. Be great.